This is the comedy event you've been waiting for.
Put it down, you fat bastard!
Comedian Robert Kelly will be performing live in front of an audience and streaming it right to your living room.
You're old as shit because your hair's feathered.
January 30th, 2021. Robert Kelly from Comedy Central, Netflix, and HBO will be doing his hilarious, crude, but vulnerable stand-up live from the Wall Street Theater and streaming it around the world right to you. Robert Kelly live stream pay-per-view from the Wall Street Theater, January 30th, 2021. Go online for tickets.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Robert Kelly, a.k.a. The Dude, a.k.a. The King of Zoom. Thanks for checking out the Calta and Kelly YouTube page. We hope you like what we're putting up there. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and sign up over there, because every week we put a show, an extra show. Friday show, only Patreon. And we also have the J.O. party on Saturday night, only Patreon. That means you, all the fans, get to come into a Zoom and hang out with us and all the other ladybugs, and it's a blast. So we also let you watch all the shows live, YKWD live, all the Calta and Kelly's live, unedited, all go on the Patreon, and you also get the 10-minute extra YKWD every week goes on there, along with Live from the Shed, one-on-ones, Tech Talk with Bobby and Friends. There's so much content up there, and you know what? It's all for what? A price of a cup of coffee. $5 gets you in the door. And you're going to love it. So make sure you go over there, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. And here's another little thing I want you to do. If you like this content we're putting up, subscribe and like. That's it. Just hit the little button, subscribe, so you know when we got a new show out, and then like it so we know you like what we're doing. Okay? That's it. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Subscribe and like. Now, enjoy the show.
Right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.
That's for you. Hey, what's up, everybody?
How you doing?
How we feeling tonight? Oh, someone's sipping a cup of Joe.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I was feeling great, but I feel like you're going to bug me.
I'm sorry, you talking to your co-host?
I wouldn't talk to Mike Vecchione that way. I just feel like you're like too fucking chipper today.
What's that? What's that?
I said I just feel like you're too chipper.
What's that?
Oh, not that chipper.
Woo! Packages. Monthly.
Who wrote your theme song, man? The theme song is good.
Austin, you want to say hi or something? What are you standing there for?
I'm just letting my forehead.
Your forehead cool down? Yeah,
What's up, Robert?
We have a house for that. Want to bring it inside? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Relax. Jesus Christ. Fucking girl, your wives can't take jokes.
Bobby. What are you running a company there, Bobby?
Yeah, I'm running.
You're running a small business?
I am. It's a small business, a very small fucking business. Hey, I got something. You guys want me to open this or no?
What else did you do today? Lou
What
said
do you think it is?
I'm asking you a question.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to annoy you. God forbid I annoy my number one best friend out of the gate for being too jovial during Christmas. Come on, Scrooge. What do you got, Jew?
In my mindset, I was in Vecchione mood. Calm, cool. And then I get on you and you're like, hey, shot out of fucking old Vegas.
I'm very excited to be here, man. I'm happy to be on the show.
All right.
I haven't seen Vecchione in a while. But
I don't even know what I was asking you. Just open your box. Open your box.
Well, what's in the box? Let's play a little game. Let's
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
It's a new segment on the Calta and Kelly show. What's in the box?
Somebody call somebody.
It will be my wife's head. Hi, just jokes, hon. She's right there. What's in the box, Mike? What do you guess?
I guess a piece that fits into your mic stand.
Oh, that's a professional guess.
Yes.
That is a professional guess. That is a man in the business. Mr. Calta, what do you guess?
Knowing you so well, I'm going to guess that's another stupid knife you don't need.
Well, that was passive aggressive, insulting, and kind of cunty. But
Was it correct though?
well, let's see. You ready? Da-da-da. My wife is standing over my shoulder. And oh, no, it is not. It is a gift that keeps on giving from my super agent, Matt Frost, the Cigar of the Month Club.
I
And
was
I
going
got
to guess cigars.
my 5 cigars. Now, Nicaragua, I have a diesel cigar. I have a bunch of cigars in here I've never tried, and I'm very excited. This is a great gift for a cigar person. Love it. Love it. What else? What else?
I got a box of Monte Cristos today.
What?
Oh, wow.
My boss bought me a box of Monte Cristos.
Really?
Is that
What are you
good?
gonna do with those? Monte Cristo what?
Cigars.
No, yeah, that's my. It bugs me. You got a box. You don't even know there's different Monte Cristo cigars.
I should have brought them in here. I'll bring them tomorrow and show you.
I got a bottle of wine today from my boss. What kind? Red.
I don't. I fucking knew the name. I remember that.
Yeah, Monte Cristo. Are they white? Are they? What are they? Like there's
Yeah,
a
they're
bunch
white.
of different Monte Cristos.
Yep, they gave me the white ones.
I made that up. That's not really a lion sack. of shit.
No, they were the chocolate ones.
There's no chocolate ones.
I don't fucking know.
Guys, is this an analogy to privilege? Are we talking
Yes.
about privilege?
Yeah, my white bosses gave me a white cigar.
I know you guys roll on a bunch of different levels, so I'm not sure where we're at. Just let me know. I want
You
to
think we're
contribute.
being silly, but we're so cerebral. We're dropping bombs left and right. You don't even know it.
I figured that's where you guys were going.
Well, I got to tell you this. I'm a little nervous because we got a fucking nor'easter coming.
Yeah,
This
it's
massive-
not coming. It's here. It's here.
It
Is it
started
snowing?
snowing. It started snowing. It's hitting the ground, and it's snowing, and you know it's going to be bad because the ground isn't even wet. It's just sticking right away. Usually, when you know a snow comes, the first one, it's like the ground's wet and absorbs most of it. And this one, there's snow cover already.
Now, Calta, do you know what Bobby means when he says snow?
Yeah, I grew up there, so I'm familiar. I'm familiar.
And
The
we're not
white
talking
snow.
about cocaine, the Florida snow.
The white snow.
That
I
Crockett
get you.
and Tubbs fought for so many years.
There is a tornado warning going on here right now.
Not the same thing.
No, not the same thing. I'm just sharing my fucking nature stories with you.
Do you guys
Why are you attacking me tonight?
do you guys one up each other? Is that what the show is?
Yeah, what are we doing? What are we doing? A theme show called One Up?
I was
I
trying to
we got a
relate.
snowstorm. I got a tornado. I got raped. I got murdered. I mean,
All right, I'm
what the
gonna
fuck?
bring it down a notch. I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring it down a notch. Hey, it's ironic that you guys are having a snowstorm. We're having a pretty bad rainstorm here. They even say there's a tornado warning.
Wow, that was really good.
That's really good. I like
I went
that.
to the Brian Scalero School of Sitcom Acting, so I feel a lot better now.
I feel like you dosed us with that.
Yeah, well, I'm a little nervous though because first of all, I just got my snowblower fixed.
Do you keep that in your shed, Bobby? What's in the shed? Just can you put the veil down and let the people know what's in the shed?
Well, which shed? There's 2 different sheds. Mr.
Oh,
Vecchione.
do you keep your snow products and all that stuff for the household work in one shed, and then movie night and cigars in the other shed?
Yes. Well, there's 2 sheds, 3 different sections.
Oh, okay.
Now, we have the tool shed, which is attached to the house, where all my tools, my miter saw, my snowblower, all my tools, my drills and saws and shovels and rakes and all kinds of things go in.
Manly
Leaf blowers.
Manly shit.
Yes. Manly shit goes in there. My side fridge, my emergency meat fridge is in there.
Freezer meat.
Freezer meat from I got that from Mr. Calta. Told me to get a freezer meat.
Wow.
Yeah. So now then you got this shed, which is the studio. Call it the studio. But this half of it is storage for all the other stuff. So,
Okay.
but the snowblower in the wintertime comes out of the tool shed and it gets covered. And then I just had it fixed. So it's ready to rock and roll. And I love it. I'm a big snowblower. I love it. I love it. I feel like a man when I go out there. I go out there, I snowblow the driveway. I look inside my wife. She's cooking a beef stew, you know, and I come in, I'm cold and wet. I sit down. She puts a hot bowl of stew in front of me with a big piece of bread she just made. And any shed you're in is a tool shed. You know what, Fat JC? I hope your roof collapses tonight in the snowstorm.
So that's interesting, Bobby. You're on a 2-shed system.
I'm on a 2-shed system, but a 3-section shed system, really. 3 sections.
How much do you let it snow before you go out and blow? Do you let it just finish, or 6 inches? How much do you take? Do you take 6 inches and then go out, or 8 inches?
I can take 6 inches. This is getting weird.
Oh, I've heard.
I don't know. But I usually let it snow the whole way. Fuck it. Enjoy it. Right? And then I go out and I clean off the cars. Number one. Most people make the mistake. They shovel the driveway and then clean the cars off. Now you have to shovel again.
Do you think it's a mistake to have 2 sheds and no garage?
I have 2. What do you mean? Well, I can't have a garage
because of the zoning in White Plains.
Well, I mean, if I put a garage, now we're talking about, yes, exactly. I dropped a shed. It's not attached to anything. So I just buy it, drop it, forget it. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I get a garage, now you're talking more taxes. See, but my thing is I go out, clean the cars off, then I do the driveway, right? When it's all done.
Right.
There you go. And then I make usually a little sled thing for Max somewhere, and we have a little fun. And then we go back in, have some hot chocolate with marshmallows, and you feel like you accomplished something, yeah?
And by that time, the stew is done, right?
The stew is done. The stew is being made tonight. The stew will be done.
Does your wife know to stay in the kitchen when it snows, or do you have to reinforce that? I mean, how do you say it during these times? It's 2020. This isn't the 50s. So how do you?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Of course, she knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course she knows. She stays in the kitchen.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. But here's the dilemma I run into, Mr. Vecchione, is I just had belly button hernia surgery. So I cannot pick up anything or use any force on anything because of the belly button, the incisions all over my stomach. Yeah. So I'm not going to be able to use the snowblower tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to shovel tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to do the manly things I need to do.
Is belly button surgery is that belly button hernia surgery? Is that more of a cuter surgery than maybe just a hernia surgery?
It is cute.
I'm sorry. What do you mean a cuter surgery?
Is it adorable like the belly button?
My belly button is much better than it was. my belly button was starting to look
cavernous.
Yeah, let's say you could see it when I was on stage.
Was it an outie?
It was an innie, but became an outie.
Did you get a sex change? Is that what we're really talking about? Like,
Yes, I've had my penis removed.
I told him if he starts dropping 30 pounds in the next 2 weeks, we know what he really went in for.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Well, that wasn't me, but Jesus Christ, could that scumbag cut his fingernails? Oh my God, what the fuck is that? No,
that's awful.
Yeah, that's what mine would have looked like if I let it go.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you talked about this before, but what did the doctor say? What was the diagnosis? You've strained your belly button? I've never heard anything like that.
It is called a umbilical hernia. Most common hernia that people get, and it's a small tear on the liner of the stomach where some fat went through. You could have intestines come through if it gets worse and worse and worse.
Wow.
The other hernia is where there's your stomach cuts open and your intestines literally come out of that and hang on the outside of your body. That's a bad one. You need to get that fixed immediately.
Wow, that's a look. Can I say that?
It's a look in India. It was very popular in India from 1967 to, I believe, 78 when they went for the Olympics, and they're like, look, we can't have this. And they had to stop.
I think your intestines out is fine as long as you're wearing a mask.
Yes, you have to wear the mask. But yes, I got it fixed. It was an elective surgery. And so I got it fixed. But I'm very happy I got it fixed because my belly button's back. But I can't do any work. So I feel,
That's
there's
great.
something about this, though. There is something. I was telling Mike about this the other day, is that, I was hurting. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I'm hurting. It's a lot of pain and shit. And I'm not supposed to do anything. But I went in the back. A fucking dumb hat. Fix that hat. I went in the back. My wife dropped, because my wife likes a man. So she dropped I got the rakes and stuff and the shovels. They all have to go in the shed, before the snowstorm. Then she goes, I'll take care of it, because she saw that I'm lying there with fucking holes in me.
How
Right?
emasculating.
So I was like, yeah. I got up, put my fucking shoes on, went outside. She goes, it's cold out. I go, not for me. Walked out without a jacket.
Nice.
I don't need I'm a goddamn man. I walked out, no jacket, all the stuff, slowly put it in the shed. I had to put this other thing together. I had to get the fucking wheelbarrow that has a plow on the front, get the stuff, screw that, put it all together. I said, everything's done outside. You shouldn't have done that. If I didn't, you would have fucked somebody else. Okay? You would have fucked our neighbor. Okay? So I did it. And I did it without a jacket. So you know who the fuck you're dealing with. So, because my wife, Mike, Calta, I don't know if your wife's this way. They don't like us injured. They don't like us when we're hurt.
Yeah.
They'll put up with it for a day or two.
Right. A day or two. It's a little sympathy, gives them a chance to do a little Florence Nightingale action. But after the third day, you're like, get the fuck over it. You're a guy already.
Yeah.
Which leads me to my next question to Mike Vecchione.
Yeah.
What is that your bed behind you?
Yeah.
What are you rocking?
My bed. It's
full size?
It's my bed. It's also my summer home and my gym. It's a lot of different things during the pandemic.
You can't have sex with somebody on that tiny bed, can you?
Oh, that bed is that's a king size, Michael.
Is it really?
It's a king size.
From here.
Yeah, there's a brown covering on it because I'm just trying to make it look pedestrian because of the podcast. But yeah, it's a big bed. It's a big comfy one.
Okay, I got to be honest. From here, it looks like a full size bed. Yeah, and I know that you have a roommate. Who is your roommate? I can't remember.
Dan Soder.
Soder. So I'm like, that must be tough. And be like, I know I'm a man, but I have a roommate and a full size bed, and that's hard to get laid. But I'm wrong. First of all, now you're like, well, I have a roommate, but he's on TV. And second of all, I have a giant, soft king size bed. So let's get the fucking.
Yeah, things are a little different up here, Michael.
You have a girlfriend?
Different. I have a girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. How long have you been with her?
Wait, did I hit? Oh my god, I accidentally hit something. I'm sorry.
What did you do?
Was it your girlfriend?
That's abuse, Bobby. That's abuse. Read the news. Yeah, she lives close by. See, because of COVID, we're all on this shifting thing. Me and Soder live together, but Soder, when the pandemic started, he shifted to his girl. His girl lives in Hoboken. My girl moved here, but my girl still has her place. So sometimes, like, Soder will come back, and then she'll go back to her place. We'll shift. Gotcha. But she's just at her place now when she needs to get away.
I mean, it's transitioning to where Soda's going and she's coming.
Right.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah. Am I excited about it?
She's not going to listen to this. Be real.
Well, no, I am. But I think we're going to move. But the question is up here. It's like the prices are dropping. That's good. But it's like, when do you pull the trigger on moving? The future is so uncertain. Everything's closed. I might, I'm going to go to Florida for Christmas to see my mother. Everything's open down there. I might just get rid of everything, keep the apartment because it's low overhead, and then just go down there for a few months. I don't know. It's
so bad there that I'm actually considering buying a place there to come up for the summer because I can't stand the fucking heat here anymore.
Oh wow! But everything's everything's locked down up here.
I'm hoping next
Why
year.
didn't you buy the house next to me?
What?
Why didn't you tell me that? The house next to me has a pool. You could have bought the fucking house next to me.
No, I don't want another house. I want like an apartment so that we can come there and chill out for a couple months.
How much you think an apartment? How much would you spend on an apartment?
Oh, I would imagine we're gonna want a nice apartment. I would imagine probably about $1 million.
Yeah, you could have got the house next door for $500,000 with a.
I don't want to have I want to be in the city, and I don't want to have a house. I don't want to have to mow fucking another lawn and all that.
I'll do it.
Please, you can't even blow your own driveway.
I can blow my driveway. I'll fucking blow you if you don't keep it. You keep it up, I'll suck your dick.
Wow, this is aggressive. The show.
No, the prices are dropping in the city, Michael. So
that's what I saw. So if I buy, I can probably steal a place right now, keep it for a while, and I might even be able to sublet it out in the fall to a student.
Yeah,
a student.
Yeah, like some fucking rich kid going to NYU that doesn't want to live in a dorm, and he's like, I'm going to rent this guy's apartment for 6 months.
Are you going to buy a place, Mike?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing.
And Mike, you're thinking of going down to Mike V. You're going to go down to. You're thinking about like Tampa or where? Where in Florida?
No, where your mom's like West Palm.
Yeah, my mom's in West Palm, so I might go down there and then. But our friend Chad Zumach, he was like, when I did Side Splitters after Florida opened, I did Side Splitters, and he was down there, and he just moved, and he's just traveling around wherever he can get work. He's just like going to all these clubs and just he's getting up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Texas and Florida are the comedy capitals of America right now.
Right.
That's why all the wrestlers moved here in the 80s. Because there's no the taxes are lower here. There's no state income tax, and all the Canadian guys who were getting double tax everywhere was like, "Fuck it, I'm moving to Tampa. I'm not paying Canada tax, and I'm not paying the state income tax, and they're coming here, and then this became like a hub because it's easy to fly out everywhere from here. Yeah. So it seems weird because it's so far south and in the east, but it's easy to get everywhere from here.
Yeah, me and Ron are still looking at houses. We have a real estate guy that sends us houses in Tampa area, St. Pete, all that shit. We're still looking because if we see a place, it's like there's no reason to be here anymore.
No, not for you.
Would you move, Bobby? That's a big thing, man. Would you just pick up and move? I mean, other guys have our friends have done that and are crazy successful.
No, I would move in a second. It doesn't for me. If it was maybe 10 years ago, I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Right. But I mean, I'm in at the cellar. I'm in at all the clubs. Right. It was kind of my backup. If anything did happen to my career, I could always work the cellar. But that's not there right now. I mean, there's nothing. I do 4 clubs on the west coast of Florida, anyways. I could do the other clubs on the east coast of Florida. I could literally make a living if I could do the certain deals just working Florida, 6 times a year. I could make a fucking great living, but it's a matter of there's something about being up north. There's something about the seasons. There's something about the New Hampshire and Vermont and upstate New York and Boston that I feel like if I go to Florida, it's that same weather all the time. It gets hot. It rains. It's all fucking, gross. It's not gross. I love going to Tampa. I love Florida, but it's just strip malls. There's nothing there authentic. Like they're good restaurants or chain restaurants.
You're not here long enough to know where the good places
are. Name one restaurant that's not a chain restaurant.
Cafe Chibo.
Yeah, there's 5 of them in fucking Venezuela.
Venezuela?
Yeah, that's where it was invented. Fucking Captain Chibo, the guy.
It's Captain Cafe Chibo, you dummy.
No, Captain Chibo was the inventor of Cafe Chibo.
Oh, well,
Captain, who owned a walnut company down in Venezuela. He got into oil, and then he retired, and he opened up Cafe Chiba, and he opened up Chiba. Yep, that's right. And he opened up a whole chain of them.
Oh, my bad. I've been corrected.
But career-wise, you don't think it would make any difference, Bobby?
I think at a certain point, Mike, and especially
Because
now,
there's nobody coming. There's no one going in the clubs anymore. Like, let's say you are at the clubs in New York. Is there any executive going into the clubs
not in New
anymore
York.
and
No,
making
not in New York.
discoveries?
But there is a lot of business in New York where you Comedy Central, Netflix, all these places have big offices in New York, East and West Coast. But what I think now, like you used to have, look at the transition. You used to have to go to LA for pilot season.
Right.
You don't have to do that anymore. They do a lot of shit on the East Coast. You used to do auditions in person. Fuck it. Do it at your house. Send it to us on your iPhone. Everything went digital. Everything went digital. Even, I mean, look at, people don't even have cable anymore. They just get internet and get, HBO or Netflix or Hulu and call it a day. Or, so I think the business itself, as far as comedy, if you can make a living, if you have a booker that can book you, he can just book you where the fuck does it matter? If you're doing comedy as a living, you can live anywhere. If you're doing comedy and you're still trying to fucking make it, you need to be in New York. You need to be in LA. But if you're a working headliner comedian that works fucking a bunch of dates a year, and those clubs have you could be in fucking in the middle of the country, even Montana. It doesn't fuck. They don't care where you're coming from.
Yeah. But I think that's changed even in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It's
changed a lot.
slowly changing, but it's changed really in the last. I mean,
yeah. Look, Nate Bargatze snuck out of LA.
Right.
He moved to LA. Shh. It was like
he tiptoed out. I think he wanted to say tiptoed.
Yeah, he tiptoed out and went, "Don't tell nobody I live in Nashville." We all assumed you lived there anyways, you dirty redneck. You know what I mean? Like there was a thing. I remember he was like, "Don't tell anybody. Nobody gives a fuck."
What about your area code? You said to get your phone, and then it's important you had a 212.
Yeah, you had a 212 and you had a 310.
Yeah.
He's bi-coastal. Remember bi-coastals?
I still use my AOL email.
Well, it's like funny. Like Rogan was like, I remember back when Dane was in LA. You got to move to LA, man. You got to go to LA, man. If you want to make it, you got to be in LA. Turns out he was right, absolutely right. Yeah. I should have went to LA and became friends with Rogan. And I would have been fucking hugely successful right now. Me and Calta would be fucking. I'm holding Calta back for God's sake. Some fucking dead weight on this poor guy's ankles. Yeah, it's. I don't think you need to be anywhere now. Here's the scary part. Where you move, you have to really want to go, because if it doesn't work out, you know what I mean. If things start to suck, what's that great saying? Wherever you go, there you are.
Right.
So if you're going somewhere because of your insides, you're fucked. If you're going somewhere because you really want to be there, I want to live in this place.
Right.
Don't fucking matter if you're a working stand-up. But I wouldn't suggest it for new comics. You gotta, when this all comes back, they're gonna be a lot of people left, and they're gonna. Let's go. Let's fucking do this. And, it's, that's the one thing too, is like when it comes back, I feel like I have to be there for the seller. I have to be there.
I think there's a thing in when it opens up again, it might, depending how long the vaccine takes and how long it takes, I think it's really going to pop when things open up again. It's because people are desperate to be out. And they want to be out and about, and they don't want to have to think about a mask. They don't want to think about how close they are. Like if this would somehow, somebody could snap their fingers, this would all go away. Yeah. Tomorrow, the clubs, it would all explode.
Yeah,
it would be a hot place to be.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't wait. I haven't been there in so long. I usually come up a couple of times a year, and now that this is a bad time because I'm off after Friday for almost 3 weeks, and I'm like, I usually like to sneak up there one time during the holidays, and now I'm just stuck here.
Yeah, it's not a good. New York is not a good place to be, man.
No, everybody I know that's there talk me out of it. They're like, "Why would you come? There's nothing open."
All right.
Yeah, don't come. The crime is nuts. The corona's fucking crazy right now. I mean, I always said when I was like, I don't know anybody who got it. I can't say that anymore. I know a ton of people who got it.
Right.
I know a ton of people who are really fucking sick. My uncle just got it last week. He wound up being in the hospital today because he got fucking pneumonia. There's another guy got double pneumonia. So it's for real. This shit's for real, and it's definitely taking people out. Because yes, it's a lot of people don't die from it, but a lot of people get really sick and it wipes them the fuck out for months where they're not the same person. So who the fuck wants that?
So I've been, I told you I was having those panic attacks, which I'd never had before. So I talked to my doctor yesterday, and I said I read that there is a post-COVID disease that affects the endocrine system, your nervous system. And he's like, I was going to suggest the same thing because I never had any symptoms or I have no anxiety or anything like that. And all of a sudden I'm having like 3 panic attacks a day. So I got to go for blood work this week to see if that's what it is.
Yeah.
So what's that, Mike? It means you had it. You
I did
had
have it.
You're having like a PTSD effect from it.
I did have it months ago. It was very light. I got over it in a couple of days. Didn't really have any symptoms. I didn't know I had it. I went tested because a coworker had it, and it turned out I was positive. And they said that this might be a side effect of it. Like my buddy Pete had it, and he had it bad. He ended up getting pneumonia, and he was in the hospital. And it was pretty shitty, but he got over it. But mine was really light. But he has a little bit of scarring on his lungs from it. Nothing that's life threatening or anything, but it was a result of that. And one of the things I may have is not a PTSD, because that's what I thought it was. It's something mental, but he said he thinks it's, if anything, it's physical, and it's from something that maybe got altered after the COVID. Attacked the endocrine system and your nervous system.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, it's I'm gonna go for the blood test and have it taken care of. But I'm sure I'll be fine. But so many other people are finding out now about after effects that they have that they didn't realize was a part of the deal because we didn't really know what to expect. So, and now they're even saying that some people are having weird effects from the vaccine, which is normal at this stage. But
I want to tell you what weird effects I'm having from, and I don't know if it's COVID, but I have read that it does this shit to you. When I smell meat now, it smells rancid to me.
Yes.
It smells disgusting to me.
Any of your senses that got fucked up like that can be from the COVID, but you're in luck because that'll probably straighten itself out. That'll probably come back. Yeah,
like we had this happened to me a dozen times since I got COVID. We had hamburgers the other day, and I was like, I can't eat it. She's like, why? I go, this is bad. It smells rancid. And my wife was like, it smells fine. I'm like, this smells like fucking death to me. Like it's just garbage.
I wish that would happen for me for ice cream.
Yeah, I wish that would. I mean, I wish that would have stopped me from stuffing a hamburger down my throat too. But apparently, fat fuck Bob will throw rancid down his fucking throat.
Can I tell you something fucked up? I found this today on my desk. These are all gift cards that people gave me that I never fucking used. I have no idea who gave them to me and where they came from. I don't know. I get them and I just put them aside and I never use them on anything. And today I was like,
enough to put a down payment on an apartment in New York.
What I'm saying. I must have like $400 worth of gift cards. I'm gonna buy nothing for Joe Russell today.
Mike, what neighborhood would you look to buy? What neighborhood would you look to buy?
I don't know. I used to live in the Upper West Side for a little while, and I really liked it. I'm sorry, in the Upper East Side, and I really liked it up there because it's quiet, even though it's far away from everything. And I would think that I'd want to go somewhere in that area.
I would buy in I'd buy in Hell's Kitchen, man.
Really? That's a changing neighborhood. I was just on the road with Attell and Nick Griffin, and they were saying how that neighborhood is like the crime. Well, I guess it's because they're moving the homeless hotels. So it's like with those hotels comes a lot of
but with that crime comes low fucking sales. With that crime, when I was over there, I bought my apartment over there. I got that one on 47th Street. Griffin lived on, I think, 46th Street. I lived on 47th. And somebody else, Steve Byrne, lived up the street. When I bought my place, it was just becoming nice. 9th Ave was just because 8th Ave got pushed over to 9th Ave with the tourists. So once that started happening, all these little fucking restaurants and boutiques and all that shit took over for the hardware stores and the bodegas. And I luckily got in there just in time for that. And when I left, it was coming back up. But now all that area is fucking flopping. So once that goes back down and people are moving the fuck out of there, those apartments are going to be, go down from $700,000 to, 400. You get a nice place for 400, a nice 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom for $400,000. You get a 2-bedroom for probably, under a mil, which is crazy.
I lived on 88th in York, and I could stick my head out the window and see the Gracie Mansion down the block. There was so many cops over there. It was no crime ever over there. You could walk around there at night with no problem. That's what I'm thinking now. And I got 2 kids, so if I move back there, I'd want to live somewhere like that.
Yeah, it's about getting a beat on. It's about getting a beat on which direction the neighborhood is going in, right, Bobby? Yeah. Like you said, you were moving in, and it was like it was getting better. Now it would be the other end. It would be, the prices would drop, but it's like getting worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse. But the thing is, it's New York will never ever because there's no land. There's nowhere else to build.
Right.
It is what it is. So the only thing new land is shitty parts of the city. Right. So that, Hell's Kitchen was coming up. Fucking now it's going back down. This is when you want to get in.
Right.
See, he's not going to be there. Buy a fucking place. And then when this shit goes away, the money comes back to the city. All these rich cocksuckers come back. What?
And I sell it.
And that, look, I was talking to the guy from the Jerky Boys. He lived right next to me on 43rd Street between 10th and 11th. And there's this little building in between the high-rise doorman buildings and called the Armory, I think, or something like that. He bought his place for $50,000 when it was shit over there. I mean, that was when the hookers were there and all the fucking, all that, the trannies on 43rd Street, $50,000. Sold it for $650. Now it's probably worth $1 million.
Right. So, I remember when my buddy Pete and I lived together from 1996 to 2000. And sometime around 1999, they came to us and they said, "Hey, your apartment's for sale. You guys want to buy it?" And we were like, "Buy it? How much is it?" And they were like, 65. And we're like, 65,000. You might as well told us it was 65 billion at that point. We were like, no fucking way. Now those things are selling for like $600,000. We're so dumb. So dumb.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's like you're banking on the city coming back. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but what if it doesn't? Like, what if it goes in the opposite direction? What if, all this digital stuff has played into it too. It's like, oh, you don't need to be there. People are figuring it out now. It's like, and if the pandemic is over tomorrow, it might all change. It might all change back, but it might not. It might be like, I don't need to be there. I don't need to live in a one room.
Look at the office space situation is just stupid. The fact that these companies have floors and floors of buildings that they own, of renting these spaces, $20,000 a month for office space when they can work at home and jump on a goddamn computer and be in the same room as everybody, just like we're doing now. Right. Studio space. You got to get a studio to do your podcast. No one needs a fucking studio at all. We do this podcast, fucking huge hit, and he's in Florida. I'm in my shed. It doesn't matter, Technology is caught up to the average fucking dildo, which is going to kill office space in New York City. But rich is still going to want to own that, to go up and have that fucking extravagant horse shit elevator with the lobby and the cunt going, "Excuse me," you know what I mean? Do you want something to drink? You know what I mean?
And Stephen Colbert are never going to come to you live from Wichita. It's always going to be the capital of the Northeast. There's no way New York doesn't come back. I'm sorry. It may change a lot, but it'll always be the top spot.
It will come back, but you're going to understand, like Apostle, like management companies, agencies.
Right.
They don't need to have they don't need to have everybody in an office anymore. They can
Right.
do their job right from their fucking house and save, millions a year on office space. They don't need to have that shit anymore. I mean, think of like Apostle was, I don't know, they were spending thousands of dollars a month for this space, and it's like, who the fuck needs that? Just jump on Zoom. Who the fuck needs to be in the same room to write a script or have a script reading or to go over notes? Or, this is it right here. People didn't know this existed.
Yeah,
8 months ago.
pre-pandemic. Yeah, they didn't.
I mean, people
But I'm
are
saying that might all
auditioning.
have a domino effect on the city. If these places start to pull out because they realize they don't need the space, it might just, it might bankrupt this, it might bankrupt the city. And you can only get so much federal help, or they're gonna have to legalize. I mean, marijuana everywhere, whatever they're gonna have to do. I don't know. It's not clear.
Fuck LA, fuck New York. You cocksuckers, you sucked everybody dry. You were gluttonous with everything, with everybody's money, and now everybody moved to Austin and Tampa. Fuck you. You know what I mean? The whole Hollywood is in fucking Atlanta right now. They make everything out of Atlanta,
right?
But so fuck you. That's what happened. That's what happened with Hollywood, and New York back in the day. They were like, okay, New York City, go fuck yourself. You know what looks just like New York? Toronto. Suck our dicks. We're going to Canada. We're going to go to Vancouver. Looks exactly the same shit. These dummies watching TV and movies have no idea what a building looks like. They don't give a fuck, right? And they give us tax breaks and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then Giuliani was like, hey, whoa. Fuck you. Come back. We're going to give you tax breaks. We're going to let you have old factories for nothing to build your sound stages. Do whatever the fuck you want. Just bring Hollywood back here because that's tourism. That makes New York strong. And then they did that. And what did this stupid fuck that's in there now? What a piece of shit. Just garbage. Now it's all fucked again. Crime is back. Everything's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna leave. Go to somewhere else. Nashville is the music capital. Yeah. LA was Capitol Records. Fucking Sunset Strip, Whiskey a Go-Go. All that was music, man. Now it's Nashville. You want to be a musician? Go to Nashville. Go hang out with fucking Nate Bargatze down a fucking Nashville lane.
It's always changing, man. That's the thing. It's always changing. Nothing's like it was.
But it changes overnight. It changes like that, and all of a sudden, Nashville. If you want to be a musician, you got to go to fucking what? You know what I mean? Because Jack White went down there and fucking put up his stupid fucking studio that you can go in and make your own album, which is fun, by the way. I suggest anybody goes to Nashville, go to Jack White's studio and you can make your own album. Oh shit. Yeah. Crazy. Atlanta is Hollywood. All the Marvel movies, Atlanta. Everything's being made in Atlanta right now. Everything.
Is that where they're doing movies?
Wow.
Dude, every single Marvel movie, The Walking Dead, all the TV shows you see on TV, Atlanta.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It's Atlanta, man. Atlanta said, hey, come here. We'll give you whatever tax breaks you need. So if you book a show or a movie now, pretty much you're probably going to have to move to Atlanta for a couple months and live down there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cheap living, beautiful place.
Yeah.
Nice people, not a bunch of cunts like LA. I mean, look at Rogan. Everybody moved to LA, and then Rogan was like, I'm out. Moved to fucking Austin. Now everybody's like, oh, shit, we got to go to Austin now? Yep. Bye. LA's finished. Venice Beach is literally homeless people on the beach.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. People, California's, after I saw that video Rogan posted driving through when the whole place was on fire, I was like, fuck that. That's just a sign that you shouldn't live there anymore.
I remember Venice Beach.
That video? When they had the forest fires and it just looked like the whole fucking state was on fire. It's like, that's God telling you to get the fuck out now.
It's funny. It is. I saw this whole video The Venice Beach has been taken over by homeless people, and they will not do anything about them unless there's a movie being filmed. Then they'll move them, which is just nuts.
It's
just
hilarious
crazy.
in New York that I didn't realize this when I moved here, but they if you're parking and they're going to shoot a movie, they'll tow your car like around the corner to another space. It's like, that's why when my car got stolen, it actually literally got stolen. It's like the cops were like, okay, let's run through it. Were you drunk? Did you park somewhere else? Did you park in front of a driveway? Was it towed? Where are they making a movie? Like, did they tow it around the corner? Like, before you flag this thing stolen, let's run through like 50 different things that could have happened in New York City.
So they'll move your car without your permission?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yep.
No,
That's
there's
crazy.
a note. They have a note on a telephone pole that you fail to read, or you don't give a shit about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Literally, they
And
have
that gives them the
95
legal right.
Yeah.
They're like, we're Hollywood. We can move your car around the corner if we want to.
Fucking Hollywood does. There was a strip in LA, all homeless encampment. They just put up a sign. Listen, we need this. We need this for the trucks and for the film crew. You have 3 days to get the fuck out of here. And they came back and just fucking went great, moved all that shit, sweep clean the street, and parked the fucking movie trucks, and those fuckers were gone. No, nobody even knows. And then there was one today, all along the beach on the sand are tents. So these people who bought these fucking homes, these gazillion-dollar beach homes in Venice, in Santa Monica, they look out onto the beautiful beach, and it's homeless people camping for nothing.
It's so fucked
Better
up.
view.
You want to
better view.
Better view.
Better view. That's great.
You want to help the homeless, but you also don't want them in your backyard.
I don't want to help the homeless. I say you light their tents on fire at night.
I was in New York one time in Times Square, and Denzel Washington was filming a movie, and he had a scene where to run down the street, and they were taping off the sidewalks, and there were like all production assistants everywhere stopping people from walking. But fucking New Yorkers are the best. This guy walked through, he went under the rope, and the guy goes, "Sir, you can't walk over here." And he goes, "Why?" He goes, "We're filming a movie." He goes, "You're a cop?" The guy goes, "No." He goes, "Get the fuck out of my way."
Yeah.
I just lost it. I was like, New York just doesn't give a shit, man.
Yeah. I've done that a couple of times where they were like, sir, you have to go.
Yeah.
I go, I'm not going anywhere. Go fuck yourself. I've been on a set. I know you're a PA. You're a fucking dickhead with no clout. It's going to take you 20 minutes to find the guy that can really tell me to go fucking the other way. I just read this thing on here. This is so crazy. Spices, and this my wife put this in the hamburger meat, garlic powder and onion powder. Spices found the scent of cooked garlic and onions intolerable. Meat started smelling rotten. I mean, this is crazy. This fucking thing made me smell onion powder and garlic powder. It smells rotten to me. I should put that on everything in my house.
The COVID makes you smell it makes garlic and onion smell like rancid.
So what happens is it affects your senses. So my wife and son both lost their sense of taste and smell. My son's came back pretty quick. My wife went 4 months without being able to taste anything. So my buddy's a doctor, and he goes, go and buy the liquid scented stuff, that you put like in candles or whatever the fuck they use it for. So I had to go buy cinnamon and ivory and all these things. And then she had to smell them every night and try to match them. She had to train her brain to re-smell again. And then finally it started working after a while, but not because it came back, but because she retrained it. And then a couple months after that, her taste started coming back. But I would say she's probably at 85% on taste. So what's happening is it's affecting, you didn't lose it all the way, but it's altering the way it's communicating with your brain.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that's fun. I mean, if that's not man-made, I don't know what the fuck is.
No, I think it would be great if you lost that stuff. That's not great. But you lose that, but then you pick up other bat powers like sonar.
Yeah.
Stuff. You know what I mean? That would be a sweet trade-off.
You can hear sound so faint where you could hear all the rats running around New York at all times.
Me and Mike have the body type of an animal that would have sonar.
Yeah. should do a whole show where we just communicate like that. First time I ever played hockey, I skated out onto the. I was roller hockey at the time. I skated out onto the thing, and I went over by the glass. And my buddy Morgan walked by, and he looked at me, and he goes, "Boo!" I was like, he goes, "I thought I was at SeaWorld. I was trying to communicate." Cocksucker.
Yeah, like if I was you, if I had a girlfriend, you guys are both talented, you're both funny as fuck. I would get the what else are you guys gonna do here that you can't do from a better, cheaper, more functional location like Florida? And you could always move back because you guys know how to do it. You know what the fuck's going on. But I mean, why be in the middle of this horse shit? You know, the
thing about New York is it's like I do kind of want to be here like you. Like I want to be here when it comes back because I think it's gonna explode and I think it's gonna be really good. But in the meantime, if everything is shut down and my overhead is low, you know, why not? If everything is shut down anyway, it's like nothing's open now. So it's like, what am I just gonna stay here and freeze?
No.
Yeah, it's a good point, man. It's like, I mean, why the fuck am I not living in Aruba for the next 2 months with Ray Ellen?
Right. Aruba, right.
Yeah, just passing out flyers at the fucking Hilton parking lot. Yeah. Faking an accent. Hey.
I'm going down right after Christmas. I'm staying for like 2 weeks.
I'm going in for February.
Oh, man, that's sweet.
I'm going February vacation with the kid. Yeah, so. But he said down there, oh, shit, I just got a fucking, sorry.
All right.
Dude, I just got a fucking itch in my ear that it just made me go, oh. Wow. He said it's dead down there, though. He said, but right now is the dead season anywhere vacation-wise.
Right.
But December 23rd, because we used to go to Aruba from, you know, the week before Christmas until the day before Christmas, Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, we'd come back, go to Boston, go to my mother's house for Christmas Eve. That's what we used to do. But Christmas Eve, the 23rd, hotel prices would triple. So we'd pay like $180 a night for the hotel. And on that one day, we'd have to pay like $380
for
the same hotel because that's when it goes nuts down there. But right now, he says it's fucking dead.
It's dead, but even if there were no shows, like it's still better than being up here and freezing with no shows. You know what I mean? It's still better.
Yeah, it's fucking. I don't know what to do.
I don't know either.
What would you do, Mike? What would be your job if you actually had to go get a real job?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know.
What was your last job?
Interesting thing. Like nothing. I was a teacher.
Like a school teacher?
I was a teacher before this.
We all know Mike would be a vigilante. He'd clean up Hell's Kitchen. He'd clean up Hell's Kitchen. He'd teach during the day, black youths, and he, you know, they call him Mr. V,
right?
And they'd be like, the first day would be rough, but then he would wind up, you know, arm wrestling the strongest black kid and just putting him down. And they're like, oh shit, this motherfucker's crazy. He got strength. And then he wound up playing chess with, you know, the gang leader and letting him win, even though he could have won. He'd get street cred, and they'd give him tips on where to go and, you know, find the drugs and the real bad people, because these people are doing it just to make ends meet. Right. He wants to find the real criminals, the rapists and the, you know, the fucking, you know, the gangs and all that. So then he has a special hoodie that he puts on that is, it's called Real Black, where it's so black you can't see it.
Probably not a good idea. You probably rename that for the show.
Well, that's the name of the show, Real Black.
Oh.
It's called Mike Vecchione, Real Black, Mr. V.
How ironic.
I have thought about joining the Guardian Angels, a group, a vigilante group with, I like the jackets and the caps. No guns.
The beret.
No guns. They're fighting crime with fashion.
How about we do this? We get comedy. What's the group that Keith Robinson had?
Jackets.
Mush. What was they had satin jackets. Mush. What was the group that he had? Comedy Supreme. What was it called?
Comedy Express.
Comedy Express. Keith Robinson and his friends back in Philly had a comedy gang called Comedy Express.
Somebody
And they had satin leather jackets, and they'd show up at a club together like a gang. I think we bring Comedy Express back, but here's the thing: we get berets, but instead of fighting, we pull up as a robbery's going down. Be like, stop! Like, Mike, hit him, and then you just hit him with a quick 5.
You mama's so bad.
You talking about roasting them out of the bank job?
Yeah, we're like, yo, man, where'd you get those pants? No wonder you're robbing this bitch. What, you a time machine, motherfucker? Where'd you get those bell bottoms? Yeah. Hey, I hope you're stealing some Clearasil from CVS too, you zit face motherfucker.
I saw the Sister Ping show is up. The episode of Cop Show is up.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's very excited about that.
Oh man, that show really makes me gut laugh, man.
It makes me so mad that
it makes me gut laugh, and it makes me think about I have no faith in the industry if that doesn't get picked up and put on a major platform. It's like, how funny do you have to be? It's just painfully funny.
It's so funny, and there's so much subtext to it. Even the Sister Ping thing, the Chinese girl laying down, are you from China? And she lays down, or the other 12, she's just being politically correct. It's funny. And there's one part people don't notice. A couple people did that when Keith says Mr. Ping, and I snap on him. I go, it's Sister Ping, not Mr., not Mrs. It's Sister Ping, you dummy. I want to hit you. And I snap on him. If you look at Keith, he's laughing. He's hysterically, you can see his shoulders laughing because I was really trashing him because he kept calling me Mr. He had one line in that thing, Sister Ping, and he kept going, Mr. I was like, Keith, it's Sister. And I just lost him. It's Sister, you fucking moron. I want to hit you with my stick.
Mister, what the fuck?
It's so funny. We did a Creeps with Kids show, and a lady, it was at Halloween, and they came dressed as Sister Ping. I told you the story about that, Vecchione. So I shoot that stupid show. Not stupid, I'm sorry. I shoot the show. It's fucking, and I come home with the outfit. I had the outfit. Yeah.
Right.
So Noam has a Halloween party. And he goes, listen, everybody's dressing up. I go, you're dressing up. He goes, yeah, all the adults are dressing up. The kids are dressing up. It's a big Halloween party. Bring Max over. I go, you're dressing up. Yeah. I show up as Sister Ping. So I just wore it was perfect. I just come. I already got it. I'm there. Let's just go. I show up with Sister Ping. I walk up. Noam's not even dressed up. I go, I'm sitting there. I'm the only adult with a costume on. I look fucking ridiculous. He walks by. I go, you fucking said you were wearing a costume. He pulls out a little fox mask and he puts it over his eyes. He goes, what does the fox say? Yum, 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 yum. And he walks away. I was like, I go, I'm dressed like a fucking old Asian woman. And I look to my right, there's just some white dude and his Asian wife. And I was like,
hey, I like how Noam confused a costume with a bit. You just did a bit. That's not a costume. You cannot do that and be fine.
It is Colin Quinn's, that show, the fact that you're right.
Dude, that show, it makes me gut laugh, man. I mean, seriously, it is so fucking funny.
It is funny, man. And I don't know why. I mean, how the fuck certain podcasts get fucking millions of views.
Dude, I have no idea.
And this isn't blowing the fuck up.
Right.
How?
I think it's because people we just take for granted because we're comics. So we know we have like a skill level, but there's the people who are just not, and there's comedy fans. Like a lot of people are hardcore comedy fans, but for the general public, it's like they don't know or want to know. They don't decipher. It's like, it can't be that intelligent. It can't be, it's got to be like right. It's got to be pretty obvious, kind of, which is why hacks do so well. It's like just obvious. It's almost like the obvious thing for the masses. That's what works for the masses.
That's frustrating in radio too. Like we do what we do, but then we find out we do something dumb and hacky that's just easy to do, like we play a game or something, and then everybody fucking loves the game, and you're like, really? And all this shit we've come up with, this stupid game is what you love. I'm like, fuck, I gotta play the game all the time.
Yeah,
Right.
It's frustrating, but
weird.
it makes it easy.
It's
weird. But I think a lot of our frustration is we take for granted. We think people think the way that we think, and they don't. They just don't. It's like it's like in any industry, somebody who makes marble floors. Like if I made marble floors for 20 years, I would. And people get it confused. They go, "Well, I know I'm entitled to my opinion. I know what I like." It's like, of course you're entitled to your opinion, but your opinion is based on, it's not skilled,
and it's wrong,
and that's not a bad thing. It's wrong because, but you're not in the field. But because people think they know comedy, they have an inflated sense of what they think they know.
I just wish that I wish that as comedy fans, because everybody loves the show, everybody loves it. Comics love it. We all talk about it. The fans of mine love it. You know, the fans even in the chat right now love the show. Why can't we get behind this? Like we can get behind, you know, a comics GoFundMe who, you know, got into a fucking accident or something happened, but we can just get this fucking thing made.
Right.
Why doesn't the industry see that? Like, why can't we just get behind it and push it through and make it happen? Like, because there is that thing where it's like, they'll do it. They'll get it done. They'll take care of it. But I feel like if we could get behind it somehow, there's not one person with money. There's not one executive. There's not one big wig that can say, this is great. Why are we not doing this?
Right.
Not one out of all.
I just don't think people want to take risk. I maybe that's what it is. But the internet's a whole new, but I don't know what the trade-off is. Do you start releasing them for free? That doesn't seem right. But he released them. I mean, I've seen him on his Instagram, but like,
no, they're on YouTube right now. He's releasing them once a week. The Sister Ping episode is up right now. You can go watch all the episodes up until this one. They're all hoping. I think he's hoping for a fan base or hoping for it to catch on. And I mean, if I go to it, I mean, how many views you think it got?
I don't know. I mean, how many people know it's even there?
Yeah, but that's the problem is how does that happen? And why is it not happening for fucking Colin?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, does Colin have a YouTube page already established? That's really a thing. It's like if he already has like a YouTube page with
Michael, what if I said to you for your YouTube page, I'm going to give you this content to create to get a YouTube page. I mean, this would be holy shit.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yes.
So this is the shit that they say you have to come up with to get a successful YouTube page.
Right.
Right? And here it is. Yeah, okay. Here, you ready? Guess how? I mean, it's only got 5,000 views.
In a day. I mean, but you know, you got Norton. Norton's has got 16,000. Chris Rock's only got 9,000, but all it would take is Chris Rock to tweet that shit out.
Yeah, to share it. Yeah.
You know, why aren't they fucking doing this? I mean, there's so many episodes up here right now. 5,000 views. You got 3,000, 3,500, 8,000 views with Nick DiPaolo. You got fucking, 9,000. I mean, these should at least be 20,000, 30,000 views.
Yeah.
I mean, 4,000 views with Danny Aiello. 20,000 views, 23,000 with Jim Norton.
By the way, you didn't sell me on that.
What's that?
You didn't sell me on that Danny Aiello.
I did, right? I tried, right?
Tried hard, and I appreciate
I tried. I went, Danny, I kind of faded on the Aiello so you didn't hear it. Danny Aiello, like you'd be like, he's gone, right? He's dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
So
he had a room in Hoboken. I did his room in Hoboken, but, you know, like 8 years ago, I would say. And what a great human being that guy was, man. Because I would go up and because it was Italian people eating. He would just do shows on the upstairs of this restaurant with Italian people eating. And I would go do my club act. You know, I mean, it was not just me. It was other comics. But they, you know, it's the worst to bomb in front of Italians because they're eating. They're like, oh, whoa. whoa, let's you can't be too edgy, or they go, oh, come on, my mom is here, you know, they're like that, and I would just like not do well, and he would come over to me afterwards. I'm like, Danny, I'm sorry. He's like, I fucking love you. He's like, I love you. You're so funny. And I go, yeah, but the crowd was eating, and he's like, fuck them. He was like, fuck. He's like, look at me. Fuck them. You're great. I was like, oh shit. I thank you.
That's you're right about tiny people. I used to try to get my grandmother to do like fun shit, and if I took her to a show where there was a comedian, she'd be like, "Oh, yeah, this is funny," and then after like the 2 jokes, she'd be like, "So is he going to talk the whole time?" She'd just be. I took her one time to the Renaissance Festival. They had a Renaissance Festival here in Tampa, and I was like, it was outside. I'm like, "Oh, it's nice out. We'll walk around. Maybe we'll see some shit. I don't know." So afterwards, we're walking back, and I was like, I'm a good grandson. I spend the nice afternoon with my grandmother outside walking around. My grandmother goes, Michael, that was nice. I go, oh, thank you. I go, I'm glad you liked it. She goes, do me a favor. Don't ever take me there again. I go, oh, all right, I won't.
I bombed the worst in front of Italians, like the city, like Italians who are like, what, like that, those kind of guys. I've eaten my dick hard.
Yeah, that's a tough thing, eating your dick in front of Italian people. Because I remember, like, what was it? We're at the show one night, and the mob was at the show, like these mob guys, and they threw their shoe at the comic, and then they made him give the shoe back. He was like, "Give me the shoe." He was like, "What? Give me my shoe back." It's like, what? How humiliating is that? It's like, here's the thing you just threw at me back. What a fucking dickhead. Yeah. Well, listen, Mike, I don't know what you're gonna do, but I think me and you, I guess we're just here. I feel like we have to rebuild, right? We have to stay here and be part of the rebuilding of the comedy scene in New York.
I can't wait till you all move here.
The new Hollywood, Mike, Tampa, the new Hollywood.
I'll bring it in.
Yeah, I know. I know. I wish I had the balls to pull the trigger. I wish I pulled it 3 months ago. Just said, fuck it. Sell my house. I'm going to put my house in the market in March. I'm putting my house in the market for like a crazy amount of money. And if I get it, I'm out.
Run.
Hey, you know what? I think it would make podcast history if you guys both unknowingly moved to the opposite city. Like Bobby moved to Tampa and Mike moved to New York, and you just like settled there and didn't know.
Hello? I'm here too. Oh, there's a jingle there. The 2 fat buddies, they moved on the same day. Turns out they are really gay. They're moving.
Shit.
All right, I gotta go to hockey.
All right, buddy. Listen,
thanks for having me on, guys. I love you.
Vecchione, good to see you, man. Love you too. What do you got going on? Where can we send people?
Oh, my podcast, No Disrespect. Actually, I'm on this Linktree thing. It's I don't know, it's new to me. It's comicmikev.com, all the platforms. So if you're on YouTube but you're not on Instagram, or you're on Twitter but you're not on Facebook, comicmikev.com.
All right.
There you go, man. One of the funniest around right here, Mike Vecchione, everybody. Merry Christmas, buddy. If I don't talk
Merry Christmas, guys.
Tell Katie I said Merry Christmas.
Absolutely, Bobby. I'll talk to you. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Right.
Thank
Take
you.
care, buddy. And I mean, great guy. Very funny guy.
He's very good.
Very good guy. Trying to get Kevin Brennan on here.
You know what? Fuck
Maybe.
you.
Why?
I don't know. I just figured if I said it like that, he'd be like, "Oh no, I got to come on the show. See why that guy hates me."
Oh, he really does love controversy. Let me tell you. January 30th, 8 p.m., I'll be at the Wall Street Theater in Newark, Connecticut. Live. There's only 100 seats available. And once they're gone, that's it. But you can still see the show worldwide. People in fucking Australia, or Guam, a tiki hut in fucking Patagonia, if that's a place.
I'm coming to that show.
And good. I'm glad. I need some support there. I'm going to be there. It's going to be awesome. And we're streaming it live right to your living room. So you can order it right now Oh God, I'm tooting like a motherfucker. Chicken soup went right through me. Hey, do those slippers that Bert got you? Do they make your feet stink?
I don't know. I would imagine if you wore them without socks, which I would, and wore them when my feet got sweaty, they probably stink. Yeah.
Well, dude,
No,
it's not even.
but they do make your feet smell like hamburger.
Oh shit! Somebody actually said something on here that they said, Colin Quinn, before you go, I know you got to go. Seinfeld helped Colin Quinn. Seinfeld actually helped Colin Quinn a lot with Cop Show, and it didn't work. He made phone call after phone call and put money behind it. He was one of the producers, so there you go. So go check it out. You guys make it happen. What do you got going on tonight? You got hockey, then what?
Then I'd like to go to sleep sometime tonight, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to give plasma because I'm an antibody superhero, and then I have to continue my toy delivery for my charity. So it's been a fucking busy week.
Yeah, busy week. Crazy day yesterday.
There are so many men in my house at this time that I could be getting robbed, and I have no idea.
Now, I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm like, take what you want.
Yeah, take what you want. You're so fucking tired. You're a nonchalant elephant. Just don't make them mad. That's all you got to do. If we don't, yeah, you can walk right by you. You won't do anything. You just sit there and eat grass, splash water on your back from a fucking puddle. But if you get me mad, then that's when you look out.
Yeah,
right?
Let me get up. If I have to get up, then we're gonna have a problem. If I can just lay here, I'm fine.
Oh,
right, Billy?
God damn it! No, I just tooted again. Just it's coming out of me. This is a fucking nightmare. All right, so tomorrow we'll be back. We got a snowstorm coming in. Tomorrow's at 7.
Yes.
But I mean, I might have to do it from inside, kid.
Thanks for doing it today at 5. I don't know if I screwed up the time or not, but it worked out perfect.
Now, well, tell Joey I said hi. Tell Amanda I said hello, baby, and tell Juliana I said what's up. Tell her to hit up Max too, on the fucking the game there. All right.
I will do it.
All right, take us out, Mike. I don't know how to do this.
I'm out. Bye, boys.
Bye. Tomorrow we will see you.
They're number one best friends, almost 1,000 pounds of funny. They're here to entertain you, not 'cause Bobby needs the money. In this place you'll laugh right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.